It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete.
Coach, do you think it's something pertaining to your team, or do you think this is a league-wide issue?
Well, I've seen quite a few dust-ups in the league so far, so I think it's a league-wide issue. I mean, bad officiating is bad officiating.
And J.C. Sheldon was assessed with a flagrant 1 foul, and no players were ejected.
What happens when the WNBA's biggest star is left unprotected on the court? Caitlin Clark is facing targeted physical abuse and a devastating groin injury, and the league's credibility is spiraling out of control. Why did the commissioner ignore the warnings, and could this be the moment that breaks the WNBA? Keep watching to uncover the shocking details fans can't stop talking about. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Caitlin Clark isn't just great. She's been transforming the WNBA ever since she entered the league. From dropping unbelievable triple-doubles to hitting logo-range threes like their free throws, she's built for the spotlight. Fans have flocked to her games in record numbers, and jerseys with Clark on the back are flying off shelves faster than the WNBA has ever seen.
I started talking to the officials in the first quarter, and we knew this was going to happen. You could tell it was going to happen. So they got to get control of it. They got to be better. They got to be better.
They took these referees, they were at the monitor, they looked at it for, I'm not even exaggerating, you guys, like 15 minutes. 15 minutes they are watching this play over and over. They are seeing who pushed who.
And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
But her rise isn't just about stats or highlights, it's the energy she brings to the court. She's a player who shifts the conversation around women's basketball, shedding light on the league in ways it desperately needs. That kind of momentum doesn't come around often, and now it's dangerously close to being cut short. Her groin injury couldn't have come at a worse moment. Right before the All-Star game, a showcase event for the league, Clark's health is in question, and it's sparking criticism far beyond just how hard she plays. This isn't just bad timing, it's the product of something deeper. Fans and analysts are noticing a trend. Clark has been targeted like few others, absorbing tough screens, elbows, and hard fouls game after game. And where were the referees? Missing in action. It wasn't just 1 or 2 bad calls. Entire quarters went by without whistles, even as Clark clearly struggled to get up after hits.
What do you think, again, in the second half allowed you all to create some distance there, and what can you build on going into that cup final?
I thought we were physical on defense. I think that's where we lacked in the first half. I think the first half we had moments where we're up 10, we're up 8, we're up 12. You know, we kind of got over the hump there, and then we're able to grow our lead in the fourth quarter. They even cut it to 10 in the fourth quarter, and I thought we really responded well, and we're able to open it up for a pretty comfortable win.
The referees are going to review the play because that's a lot of contact going on right there. That's a lot of unnecessary contact. That's a lot of non-basketball contact happening during this play.
That frustration boiled over in one shocking moment where she slammed her head into the scorer's table, visibly distraught. That, more than anything, drove home how much abuse she's been taking. Groin injuries are no joke. According to Dr. Jesse Morris, known for working with athletes dealing with these kinds of setbacks, recovery is slow. These injuries linger and are easily aggravated. It's not something you bounce back from in time for a marquee game. The fans know this, but so does her family. Clark's brother posted an emotional message blaming the refs before deleting it, which only fueled the fire. Analysts like Rebecca Lobo have pointed fingers at the league, demanding accountability, and the backlash is growing louder by the day. This injury isn't just about Caitlin Clark, it's exposing a larger issue. Why has the WNBA ignored the warning signs? And how will Commissioner Kathy Angelbert respond to the storm swirling around her leadership? Commissioner Kathy Angelbert's response to the growing controversy around WNBA officiating has been disappointing at best, infuriating at worst. When questioned about the lack of protection for players like Caitlin Clark, her reply, "It's a physical game," only poured gasoline on an already out-of-control situation. The comment feels dismissive, especially when injuries are piling up and fans see their favorite players taking dangerous hits with no consequences. This isn't just about one player being sidelined, it's about a league leadership that seems to be ignoring clear red flags, even when they were raised well before the season began. Caitlin Clark's father, for instance, saw this issue coming. In a preseason interview, he issued a warning about the level of officiating and how it could lead to serious injuries for key players. The league brushed it aside, and now, with Clark nursing a groin injury after being aggressively targeted on the court, his words seem prophetic. Fans and analysts are looking at Angelbert and asking, "Why didn't you do something before it came to this?" This situation isn't happening in a vacuum either. The WNBA's approach to physicality is drawing comparisons to the NBA's infamous 1980s era, when games were more about bruises than basketball. Back then, the NBA eventually stepped in, tightened up the rules, and made player safety a priority. It paid off in the long run, but the WNBA appears to be heading in the opposite direction, allowing excessive physicality to thrive unchecked. Those missed calls and shrugged-off warnings are beginning to look less like mistakes and more like an alarming trend. The stakes couldn't be higher. Caitlin Clark is a cornerstone of the WNBA's brand. Her absence at the All-Star game could hurt TV ratings, ticket sales, and even sponsorship commitments. The league is in the middle of negotiating a massive new media rights deal, and the timing of Clark's injury couldn't be worse. Networks aren't just investing in the league, they're investing in the stars who make people watch, and Clark is at the top of that list. Losing her, even temporarily, puts the entire financial picture of the WNBA at risk. Critics believe Angelbert's slow response is more than poor leadership. It's an outright failure. Some have gone as far as accusing her of gaslighting fans and players by minimizing what's clearly a serious issue. The refereeing issue isn't going away, and Angelbert's handling of the situation could define how history remembers her leadership. The league's future hinges on decisions made in moments like these. If she doesn't course correct, the fallout could leave a lasting stain on the WNBA's reputation and financial stability. So where does the league go from here? And what steps need to be taken to fix something so broken? The WNBA is standing on shaky ground right now. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark's groin injury or even the officiating. It's about trust. If the league can't protect its biggest stars, how do they expect fans to stay invested? Clark's frustration has been visible, and it's not hard to understand why. The emotional and physical toll has reached a breaking point, reminding everyone how much is at stake. Her absence hurts the game, business, and reputation of the WNBA. The question is simple. Can the league get it together before fans demand better, or worse, lose faith entirely?